everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're well. Today's video is the first video since I've been paid for the month, so I've got £270 to stuff. I stuff in a mixture of physical and digital cash. So I've got physical notes and also these placeholders to represent the money that I've stuffed into pots onto my Starling or saving spaces, I think they're called. So yeah, £270 to stuff plus an extra £2. I was sorting through my savings challenge stash and there was £2 left over in block drop, I think it was, where I'd completed the first block. If you've seen the challenge, you might know what I'm talking about. I'd completed the first drop and it's first block, sorry, and it saved, I think it might have been like £92 or something, but there was an odd £2 left, so I thought I'd just take that out and put that into my savings challenges today. So yeah, let's just get started. So first things first, starting off with a check-in for last week. So I filmed last Saturday. It's Sunday today as I film this, so I just realised that I went on the wrong days, which is really annoying, but I'm just going to have to live with that. So last Sunday I spent £1.90 in Co-op. That was on some groceries. I went to Lidl, and Co-op is across the road from Lidl, and I go to Lidl first where I spent £22.65, and then I'd forgotten something, so I popped into Co-op. I can't think what that was now, but that was groceries. £20 on Monday was on petrol. Oh, where's my pen? It's £20 petrol. Tuesday was a no spend. I don't know if I said this last week, but obviously with all the issues that Co-op have been having, it's really helped my Co-op spending. There's just no stock in the store near work, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't buy anything really. So anyway, Tuesday was a no spend. £2.25 in budgets on Wednesday. That was on some hot chocolate for work. £2.65 in Co-op. I can't think what that was on, but that was some work spends. Then this is where I've gone wrong. £10.30 in Tesco. That wasn't on Thursday, that was on Friday, but that was some groceries. What was that? That was dinner. I can't think, but that was that. And then not yesterday, see where I'm all out of sorts. The other thing I did on Friday for sure was £9.99 on Amazon. My sister had been in hospital, she had an operation, so I bought her one of those V-shaped pillows so she could sleep. So that came out of miscellaneous. And then that was all for Friday, so these two are Friday, and then these were yesterday. I spent £3.15 on Co-op, that was on a coffee for Nick. £2.25 in Co-op, that was actually on a chocolate bar. We went to see my sister, and I bought a chocolate bar, but that came out of grocery money. And then £10.80 on dinner. It was Nick's birthday, and we just wanted a fish and chip, or sausage and chips, I should say, dinner. That was £10.80, so that came out of my eating out fund. So that is miscellaneous. That was it. Not too bad a week last week, actually. I thought it was worse, but yeah, pleased with that. That felt really rushed, but it was a really quick check-in. There wasn't too much to say. So let's see what's left in the purse and reset it all. So we had £5 left in groceries, which I will stuff into my savings challenge binder. £10 left in petrol. And then some change, which I'll just tip out. What have we got? We've got 2.30, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll keep this manky, whatever that is, just in case I go over by a penny with petrol tomorrow. So £2.34 in petrol, not in petrol at all, in change that will stuff as well. So let's restuff everything. Beauty is getting £40 for the month. I don't think I need anything. Everything seems to run out at once, doesn't it? And quite a few things ran out last month. I might need my face powder, I'm not sure, but Beauty is going to get £40 to see me through the month. Eating out was getting, let me just check, was getting £20, where's my cheat sheet, £20 in digital money, but actually I spent that £10, so let's just put a £10 in. Though I have realised that's probably going to mess up my categories. Hang on, I think I might need another placeholder. Right, okay, yes, so eating out got £20 digitally, but we spent about £10 of it yesterday, so £10 is left in there. Fun is getting 100, so I'm going to use one of these placeholders that I have. These are all sold in my Etsy shop, actually. This one you can write in a specific amount, so this has got £100 for the month. Groceries is getting £30 in cash, and it got £15 digitally as well, which I've been spending over the weekend, as you just saw. Petrol is also getting £30 for the week. did I say for the month for groceries? That's a weekly amount, and 30 for petrol as well. That's everything in my sort of day-to-day purse. And then moving into my digital binder, which represents the money in my spaces on Starling. So that has got Botox is being left, Days Out is being left, Effort Fund is being left, gifts was getting 30, but if you remember, I'd bought some presents for someone last week. It came to about £18. So I'll just put a £10 in, because 30 minus the 18 leaves me about 10, and I know I had about 3 in there, so this was, it probably evens out by now. So there's £15 in gifts for the time being. Hair is getting skipped. Home, which is health, I really need to pick these off or make a new one. That's another one actually that I was going to leave as it was, but I think I might put £10 in for this week, because I wasn't going to bore you all with my health, but I had a really bad migraine yesterday, so I think I might need some more ibuprofen and codeine, and that's about £10 for a box. So I wasn't going to stuff health this week, but I think I might. Hang on, let me go and grab another placeholder. Right, I'm going to put £10 in, because actually I think I'm going to spend that later today, but £10 into health for ibuprofen and codeine. I'll go out and get some later. Nick, so this had £80 in. I put another 20 in yesterday off camera because it was his birthday yesterday. So this is now empty. So moving forward, I will still continue to stuff £20 a month into Nick, but that will go into my Christmas binder, and then that'll be money for his Christmas present. And then pets is getting left. And then what have I missed? Because I've got £40 left. Do you know what? That's probably me over budgeting and not thinking about the money I've taken away. So we'll just move that to the back here, because yeah, pets getting skipped. So that is everything for this binder. Okay, so moving on to the fun stuff. This is my spring binder. This is the last month that I'll be using this. So from this payday I just had, which was on the 15th to the 15th of June, and then we'll be moving into a more summer binder. I've actually been looking for some summer dashboards, because I really like how this one looked. Lily Rain Design has got another summer collection, which I didn't buy. I'm trying to be a bit more realistic with how many challenges I can get through, as we've discussed. But if you know anyone who does a dashboard, sorry, I know Lily Rain Design does, but I want to sort of shop around and see who else is out there. So if you know anyone who does fun dashboards, let me know, because I am in the market for one for my next binder. But yeah, once this is done in about 4 weeks now, we'll be moving on. So let's see how much I can actually get saved. So as ever, Fill the Dots is getting skipped just for the time being, so I catch up a bit. Candy Skies, if you remember last week, we skipped one because I did not have £20 available. So I'll have to wipe that off camera, but I'm now going to stuff the 20. So I'll leave that where it is, because then that tracks for the future, next 3 weeks. But I have £20 today from my budget to stuff in there. I'm so nearly done, and I worked this out. I know, boring like a broken record, I've been saying, oh, it'll finish around the time of my birthday. I think it actually finishes on my birthday, so that's perfect. And yeah, the week off that I have, I'll be able to treat myself and not feel too guilty about it. So that's, oh, that one done. Oh, this is the trouble when they get a bit full. It's really hard to put this in. There we go. Okay, Babes at Budget Shop. I have £10 left to go in here, and then it's fully funded, so I'll just take all of these out. So yeah, I've got 10, 20, 30, and another 10 makes 40, which means this one is complete. Where is my pen? So I was ticking off, what did I have left to do? These, let's get a purple. So each egg is 2, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That is fully funded, so that will go into one side. And my next one for Babes at Budget Shop, oops, so for May is this one. So this saves £35. Cute little maypole. Did anyone else? We had a maypole at school when I was in sort of infants and juniors, maybe not so much juniors, and we had to do maypole dancing. So that's brought back memories. But yeah, that one will go in ready for next month, or this month, I should say. It's quite nice actually, because that's less. It's been quite big amounts the last few months on this Babes at Budget Shop annual challenge. So I bought her annual collection and it saves a total of £500. So yeah, it's nice that the numbers are going down a bit. Give me a bit of breathing space. April from Lily Rain Designs is my other one that I'm doing throughout the year. So every month there's a new challenge, and as you just seen, I swapped them in. So £4 left to go in here. Each icon is £1, so I'm going to use that £2 I found plus the other two. Put them in there. In fact, let's swap for a £5 note and put that in there instead. And then these that I'm saving, the annuals, are being put into my iris binder, which is a Save £500 one. And yeah, at the end of the season, so when this binder's done with, I'll take all the money that I've saved. So what will it be? It'll be May, April and March for both Babes at Budget and Lily Rain Designs. And I'll put that into my iris binder. That might be something I do on camera. I know last time I didn't. But let me know if that's something you would like to see, because I can do that with you. We can see how much I saved in the binder. That might be quite a nice video. Let me know what you think about that. So the May one for Lily Rain Designs is this one. Nice spring themed. Sorry, before I filmed, I threw a glass of water over my desk and I think it's got into that a bit. It went everywhere. And then I nearly fell down the stairs, so I'm not really with it after that headache I had yesterday. In fact, let's write on here. Off we got. Each icon is £1. Total 16 again. Right, pop that in there. And that leaves me with £5 left. So what I thought I might do is, let's do a heads or tails. Should I do heads or tails, or should I just all go for spring roller? Oh, it's so hard, isn't it? They both got about the same in. Let's do spring roller. Okay, where's my dice? So I'll roll once to find out the coordinate across and once for down. So 4 and 5. So that's this one. And I'm not following, as it says, this is from Plan Budget Repeat, and she's got each icon with a certain amount. I'm not following that. Each one is just £1 when I do it. 3 and 3. So that's 2 of them done. I'll move that over because we all know I'll forget in a minute what I've actually done. 2 and 6. That's that one. 5 and 4. This flower. And then 1 and 3. Okay, so that's got, what's that got? £11 in there now. I'm not going to be able to buy myself anything luxurious with that, but every little bit helps, doesn't it? Okay, that is everything for the Savings Challenge binder. Yeah. Okay, so the final thing I have to do is put this change into my 0 to 100 penny savings challenge. If you watched this last week, I think I've got about 74p left to go in. So about half of that now I'm going to stuff. And then hopefully by next week it will be done. I cannot wait. So what have we got that we can tick off? Oh, I should have said, if you're new here, these are stickers that I sell in my shop, my Etsy store. So it's 0 to 100 and it saves about £50. I've done it once already, so I crossed one way and I'm doing it again. Did I say it saves 50? It saves 50 if you do it once, and I'm doing it twice, as I said, so I'll have saved 100 by the end. And I need to figure out a bank that I can actually go to and put the change into one of their machines. NatWest do it, but the NatWest that I went to before has now shut down. So I think there is one in the next town across from where I work that I could possibly nip to on lunch, because that's the other thing, they're all shut when you actually want to go, aren't they? But anyway, 34p, so I could do 22, and what will that leave me? 12. 12's crossed off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the 22, and then I'm going to do 11, and I'll just keep this penny in my purse because I can't cross any more off. I suppose I could just chuck it in actually. Let's just chuck it in as an extra one. No, I'll save it for next week just in case. So 22 and 11. And that is that one done. So that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. It feels like a bit of a quick video, but yeah, I'm pleased to have finished off some challenges in my binder. So nearly done with Candy Skies. Cannot wait for that to be finished. Please do let me know, as I said, if you know any shops that do dashboards that I can go take a look at. I'm off now. I've got to do the food shop, and then I'm hoping to maybe nip into town to go to the pharmacy. So let me know what your plans for the day are. Probably the day is done by the time I get this up, won't it? But anyway, let me know how you are, and I hope you're all keeping well and that your budgets are well, and I will see you next time for another video.